Okay, let us start. Father in heaven, let us pray. Father in heaven, we are grateful to you. We are thankful. We are so grateful. Thank you for what you did last week. Thank you for bringing us safely from last Sunday to today. This is our episode 238. For all this time, you have been our help. You have been our anchor. You've been our strength. You've been our defense. You've been the lifter up of our heads. If it is not because of you, the enemies, they would have swallowed us up. If it has not been you that has been on our side, they would have asked us, where is our God? But Lord, you did not allow that to be. And that's why we are grateful. We are thankful. We have come again to learn one or two things to help us as we navigate through this world. Lord, we pray that you help us, that at the end of today's episode, we will have a tangible something to hold on, that our data has not been wasted. Thank you, blessed Redeemer. We give you all the glory. Thank you for journey mercies granted unto me from my state back to Lagos State. I'm not taking it for granted. Thank you for the peace in the village. Thank you because there was serenity, there was calmness, no evil reports. Thank you for your protection in the morning, afternoon, night. Lord, for all those, I am grateful. Blessed be thy name forever and ever. In Jesus' mighty name, we are praying. Amen. Yes, good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you are in Omega Pro Millionaires group, there is another invite that we start by 9. Please, can you go to the invite of Great Life and put we are live? We'll finish before that meeting. Please, if you can hear me clearly and you can see me, can you indicate by typing it 1 on the chat? Okay. Thank you very much. We are still continuing on the billionaires' habits. And last week we started on the money management habits. Many people don't have money because they don't even know how to manage. Thank you. Thank you, sis. They don't know how to manage their money. Tonight, we are going to the second one. The first one we did last week was, we talked, for the people that didn't join us, we talked about budgeted expenses. Before you do anything, people that know me or have come in contact with me, I don't do anything without a budget. I will tell you how much will this thing cost. It will help me to have an idea of maybe what I will support with, or what I will give, or what I will do, or how I will navigate it. Maybe I'm planning to build a house. First and foremost, ask somebody that has built a house like this, how much? So you must have what we call budgeted expenses. And you don't allow people to move into your space or bulk you with emergencies up and down. You don't allow that. These are people that billionaires don't do that. They plan the expenses. You don't just do anything anyhow. You just brought 5 million. You just went spending it. Before you go to markets, you must have a list. You must have a budget. And if you budget your life and you budget your money, it will be difficult for you to spend unnecessarily. It will be just difficult. I've tried it and it has worked and it's still working for me. So tonight we are going to look at the second money management habit. And tonight we are looking at waste avoidance. Waste, dirty and waste. Waste avoidance. Anything that you put in the trash can, you don't need it again. So how do you avoid wasting money? Many people don't know that they waste money by their lifestyle, by the things they incorporate into their lives, by the people they keep around them. As we go on, we will see how we should avoid waste management. So this is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and it airs every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Great Life is the program of Healthy Race Ministry International. And that was the ministry God gave Dr. Afoma in the year 2017. in 2018, he gave us a program called Uncle Food Challenge. We are starting our Uncle Food Challenge next Monday. Next Monday, we are starting our Uncle Food Challenge. Next Monday will be 27th of May, Children's Day. We are taking it from that Sunday, from that Monday till Sunday, the preceding Sunday. What do we intend to do? We intend to allow our organs to rest. We intend to rejuvenate our system. We intend to let our cells breathe again, because most of the times our cells die at the particular point they're supposed to die. So new life must come in. And we also want to refresh our retard aging. Anytime you are going on cooked food, know for yourself that you are somehow retarding the aging process. You won't age as you are supposed to age. People may look at you and say, I don't even know you're up to this age. So that's what we do in Uncooked Food Challenge. Then on the 22nd day of September 2019, the Lord said I should start this program. He said, call it Great Life with Dr. Afoma. It didn't make meaning to me, but I started. And today is our episode 238. So for 238 times, God has been helping us with this program. And for that, we are grateful. So we sincerely welcome you. For those of you that are joining for the first time, we welcome you. For those that have been returning audience, we welcome you. My prayer is that you make use of the information here. We are not here, we are not comedians that make you laugh. We always make you laugh too, but we want tangible things to change, because what I have practiced in my life and it has helped me, I want other people to partake of it. People will look at you and say, how were you able to accomplish so, we did so, how did you plan it? What happened? So these and others, they are part of what we are doing here. So I sincerely thank you for being part of today's broadcast, and I say happy Sunday. Today, I think it's Pentecost Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So it is my pleasure that you are here. My name once again is Dr.Favour Afoma. I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos. I am not a medical doctor. I don't diagnose or treat disease, but by the help of God, I'm a wellness coach. I can tell you what to do, how to do it. Even if you're sick, you go to and see a medical doctor. When you are through with him, after looking at you holistically, we can help you with lifestyle changes. You know, some people think it's only food you change. No, many people, they eat well, but they don't think well. They don't behave well. And that's why they are still coming down with one thing or the other. So I sincerely thank you, and I hope that you stay with us. Today, we are going on the second money management habit. People, billionaires, people that have money, they have habits. They have habits. And if you don't look at those habits, even when you come in contact with such amount of money, you will not know how to keep the money. So tonight we are looking at waste avoidance, W-A-S-T-E, waste avoidance. How do you avoid waste as a human being? You may not be a billionaire now or a millionaire, but I hope your intent and purpose on the earth is to make a difference in people's lives. I have always asked God, I want something I want to help people. When people are grieving, when people are, when people are not in a good position, let my words, let my action, let my help them. It may not be everybody, but the few around me that I can do such to, let me do that. And God has helped me, and I've been achieving that in small. So how do we avoid waste? One of the things that distinguishes rich people from poor people is their attitude towards waste. Waste. Here is the paradox. Poor people have little, but tend to waste a lot. Rich people have plenty and generally tend to avoid any form of waste. One will naturally think that because billionaires have plenty of money and wealth, they will naturally be wasteful. But poor people have very little. They will tend also to be wasteful. Unfortunately, the reverse often appears to be the case. Poor people have little but tend to waste a lot. Rich people have plenty and generally tend to avoid any form of waste. How do they do that? Look, when we are doing this program, always look at your life, because one of us told me she bought a land of 3 million. She's about building on it. She had done plan. She had fenced the husband's family house in the village. And she said to me, I got all this from you because I began to avoid waste. I began to make sure that all those loopholes that where my money moves out from, I began to cement them. And I found out that I can do certain things. I can do tangible things. So now billionaires discourage waste. This is one of the secrets of their success. Hardly will you meet someone who has become rich through legitimate means being wasteful. I tell you that for free. As a person, I have done businesses. You know, people look at me today, they think I just arrived. I have done businesses. When I was a PhD student, there was no scholarship. I used to go to Onitsha. A friend of mine used to travel to Vietnam. She's a trader. She will buy clothes. I'll go to Onitsha, pick out the clothes that I know I can sell in the university environment. I bring them. I will enter GUO bus. 4:30, that bus leaves Onitsha. So 4 a.m., you must be at the bus station. The bus arrives Lagos 11 a.m. We call that bus, good morning Onitsha, good morning Lagos. The moment we arrive, I will pick a drop. The drop will bring me to the University of Lagos because I was living there. Some people went to live outside the campus where they paid more money. Some people lived in the guest houses because they wanted extra comfort or something like that. There was no air condition in our rooms as PhD students, but at least there was constant electricity, constant water. So I wasn't bothering myself about light. If I put anything in the fridge, it stays there. So I will sell those clothes. The ones I couldn't sell, I will return them to her. We might do minus and plus. I will take other ones. That was how I was living as a student. But some people didn't live like that because their husband supported them. They can finish 100,000 in a week. I didn't have that luxury. So when people look at you and they don't know where you are coming from, they will think you just giddy bam. I want to tell you, if God decides to bless you, God will look at so many things around you to see how you can manage that money, to see how you can make use of that money, to see how you can, let's go on. Money is a spirit. Let me tell you the truth. And if you don't treat money well, you won't have money. And you'll be wondering, why don't I have money for doing this? Let's go ahead. Why they may not be misery, akagom. Billionaires know what it means to work hard and earn what they have, and therefore hate any kind of wasteful attitude. The most disastrous and really unfortunate reason most poor people continue to remain poor from one generation to another is that they have not learned the principle of frugality. If you don't know how to be frugal, It's not that you see somebody in need and you have money and you are saying, I don't want to help them. And no. You are frugal. It's a principle. There are certain things you will see. If you are not frugal, you'll just be doing impulsive buying up and down. But if you are frugal, you will ask yourself, especially if you have done your money the way my daughter taught me, that I have taught us in this program. When your expenses is exhausted, or your charity is exhausted, anybody that comes to you, you will tell the person you have to wait till the next month. You don't go to your maybe savings or your house rent to take money. I posted something and somebody responded to it from London. I posted something that said, some people will like you to touch your savings. Why they will not touch their own savings? The man chatted me from London. He said, Ma, this thing has happened to me. Somebody was asking me to give her 500 naira recharge card. I had 100 naira recharge card in my own phone, and she already had 2,000. You know, some people come to you they look at you and they assume you are stupid by the things you do. You are being good to them, but they think you are, this person doesn't know anything. Until you learn the principle of frugality, you won't differentiate between being sentimental and being principled. They are two different things. They are two different things. I came back from the East yesterday. I stayed in the East for 25 days. Because people knew I was around, the people were coming. They would drop notes about something. They would drop their number. I will read it, I'll keep it. I will read it, I'll keep it. Except maybe somebody I know that is in their need. That is somebody I can say, okay, let me reach out to this person. But people always think you have, so let us go and grab our own. When you were down, they were nowhere to be found. Now, they want to gaslight you. They want to manipulate you into giving them. We treated that last week. Emergencies. Emergencies. Don't allow people to stampede you. Don't allow people to make you do what you don't want. You see me? Anything I do, I know it. Nobody coerces me. Nobody manipulates me. Nobody uses jazz on me. You see me? Jazz doesn't work on me. Even if you put it on your mouth, come to talk to me. The Spirit of God will let me know this person. There's a particular person, I don't want to call her name. She told me recently, do you know everything you told me had come to pass? I won't do it and it will work the other way. I said, well, it's because I'm not wearing one long robe, doing abracadabra, being a prophet. But you say, if you have the Spirit of God, you will be led by God. Because the Bible says, they that are of God, they that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. When the Bible talks about sons, it's not differentiating between female and male. Sons of God are children of God. And they that do know their God, the Bible said, they shall be strong and they shall do exploits. That's why in every situation you see me particularly, I am always strong. No matter how difficult that situation is, I'm always strong. I'll ask God, give me insight. How do we go about this? And I must plan it. You can't come to me with anything without paper and biro. Write it down. Let's look at it. Together we'll be looking at, okay, let's do it. Let's group it this way. Let's group it so that you mentally you will have an idea of what you are. But when you don't have that, in a situation where you can spend 2 million naira, you can spend 8 million because you did not plan anything. Now, let's go ahead. They are generally wasteful with the little they have. While this may sound, no, let me leave it. To create riches and amass wealth, one must learn to avoid wasteful habits. You must learn to avoid wasteful habits. There are certain things that are wasteful. Maybe now you are planning for a wedding. They will tell you the hall is 1.5 million, and you can get another hall at 700,000. You can still get another hall at 200,000. The only difference may be the kind of chair in those halls. Why will you go to, you have made a budget, and the budget you have for your wedding may be 3 million. Why will you now go to higher hall for 1.5? Won't you give the people that came to say, I have witnessed your union, water to drink? You may go to look for one caterer because the name is everywhere. Whereas there is a caterer in your domot that cooks very well, and she may be charging you a plate of food 800 naira because you want to belong to the Joneses. You go to somebody will charge you a plate of rice 2,000. Just imagine 1,200. The same meal, even the 800 mama or somebody may even taste better, be healthier. So why waste that money? You want to belong. If God has not delivered you from belonging, I want to show we are there, then you won't make money and keep the money. Wastefulness comes in different ways. It comes in different ways. For instance, some poor people want to compete with the rich. You want like me now. I want to go and compete with Dangote or what's her name? Kolurun Shop or Ipuku Awashika. After all, they are women. They are a woman. Excuse me. When they go in get stuff, you know that some women are men. I tell you. So for instance, some poor people want to compete with the rich in buying luxurious things just to show they can feel important in the society. One of the greatest miracles God will do for you is to be yourself. Don't do anything to impress anybody. Do what is right. Do what is just. And then be on your way. Let me give you an example. Those people you are trying to impress, if anything goes wrong with you, they will be the first to mock you. They will be the first. Now, they will buy expensive cars. I want to tell you, car is not a luxury. Car is a necessity. But when you leave the car that will take you from here to there, and you want to go and buy maybe G-Wagon, whereas you can buy Corolla or Camry with good AC, good tire, you go to do gra-gra. I remember in my last business, when God helped us and we needed to change so that people will see what we are telling them was real. They said that their standard was Mercedes-Benz. I tell you, Mercedes-Benz is not a poor man's car because the parts are very expensive. I know it from experience. The parts are expensive and they are cost effective. To manage it is very cost effective. Now, Afoma now, other people were buying those Mercedes. You know the car I bought. And they were buying it to Kumbo. 16 million, 16.5. You know what I did? I went to a car depot. I asked the man there, do you have brand new Toyota Creta? He said, yes. But the one they had is elegance. There are three types. Normal one, elegance, and executive. The man told me that they don't have executive presently. Do you know I bought that car brand new, tear rubber everywhere. I bought it 10.8 million. Some people bought Mercedes 16.5 million. Today, I enjoy my car more than them. Because don't always want to go with the tide. Our leader then said, that's their standard. I said, well, it's your standard, but I know my standard is God. I need a car that I will be inside, I will be comfortable. I need a car that I can maintain. I need a car that I can put out anywhere. I can park it anywhere. When I come, I carry my car. Put Mercedes anywhere, anyhow. By the time you come, they must have taken something out of it because it's expensive. Now, there's some people also buy expensive shoes. You have a shoe of 20,000 that can serve you because somebody you know bought a shoe of 450,000. The same shoe, they don't match it on people's heads. They match it on the floor. You went to buy that one. Are you not wasteful? And then you don't have the capacity to maintain that lifestyle. If those people that are buying 450 own, if their capacity, no problem. But you that's trying to gather money together to do something useful for yourself, you don't start competing with the rich. Now, some people buy clothes. I told somebody last year I didn't buy any clothes because I said, all the clothes in my wardrobe, I've not finished wearing them. You see these clothes? Somebody made it for me free. My cousin's wife, she sews. So she made it. So this night, when I was looking for what to wear, I said, hey, let me even go and look for these clothes and wear. See it. You see, two different materials. The way she combined it, you see the hand. This one and this one is the same. This one and this one. To show artistry. That's what people need. Once I'm not naked, once I am comfortable, you're on your own. No matter what you wear, I will look at you. Have you not seen people dress up, come to occasion, they can't drink water. They can't even sit down. You see them doing like this because of what they padded in their clothes. Because they want to be like Genevieve Nnaji, or what is this one, Jennifer Funke Akindele. You see? Then some buy phones. You know your capacity is not an iPhone. You can do well with Android phone. Why jump there? It took me time to buy iPhone. You know why? My daughter kept telling me, Mommy, every time you say the bulk of what you do on your phone is smart. Why don't you buy iPhone? I priced it the first time. I ran away. Say, Mommy, just close your eyes and buy that phone because it will help you. Still, that iPhone I bought to show you, since GSM came to Nigeria, I've not lost any documents, any picture, any video. But last year, I didn't know iPhone, the storage got filled. I didn't know. By the time you know, they erased everything. Okay, iPhone now. Are we together now? And some people buy jewelry. I can tell you that jewelry is an investment, but not all jewelry. If you must buy a jewelry that you can use as investment, it must be gold or diamond. Don't go and buy costume earring that if you put it in the wardrobe, by the time you know, it starts peeling off. I knew last year things were somehow, because that's between January and March and May last year was traumatic for me because of what happened to me and what happened in the business, and people were, some people went overboard. You know what I did? I collected most of my jewelries. I went to the malam that sold it. I even sold it with gain. But if it's costume earring, they don't have value. So if you are buying something now, know what you are buying. Don't let people carry things into your office just for you to be a good woman. It's better you buy a small goat, as small as this. If you go to sell it, they will measure it in gram and they will buy it at the rate where you can negotiate with them. But if it's not good jewelry, it's useless. It's useless. So know where you put your money. So people buy these things to impress people that don't even care. I know a woman, because a woman from her town sent her daughter to Cotonou, to do for her higher school. This woman packaged her daughter from Nigeria to Cotonou. Do you know the other person she looked at, they were able to afford the school fees. At a point, she couldn't afford the school fees. Do you know that that child had to come back to Nigeria? So what's the meaning? What's the essence? Another one sent her son to Canada. Things just didn't work well. Do you know, the day she was talking to me, she told me that the son has been out of school for 2 years, deferring the admission. I said, what? She said they can't pay. I said, then why did you send that child to that place? So anytime you see yourself doing anything to impress people, know that you have a very low self-esteem and very low self-image. Let nobody deceive you. You have a problem. You do. What do you call that? Wastefulness. Wastefulness. Let me read something. Let me give a practical example with some of the attitudes of poor people in my beloved country, Nigeria. I'm not the one that wrote this book. So it's the author that I'm reading his thoughts now. Nigeria is said to be one of the poorest countries in the world based on poverty per capita. But at the same time, Nigeria is ranked as the country with the highest data purchase in the world. Nigerians buy airtime to make calls to the amount of over 1 trillion naira annually. A particular data even shows that Nigerians spend more money buying airtime than they spend on household items like food. You will see somebody asking you to give her money that she doesn't have money, but you always see her online. And most disheartening of all, majority of the people who purchase airtime are poor. And most of the things they use their airtime and data to do are not business related. They use them for social purposes. And even the social costs are mostly without any reasonable purposes. This is a wasteful attitude that is informed by poverty mentality. The question is, why would poor people make more calls than the rich? What are they talking about? While the rich continue to build wealth on the data and airtime, poor people continue to waste the mega resources they have in buying airtime and data that do not bring any income to them. Can you see the irony? What I am saying is not guesswork. I have a company where we sell airtime. I can remember how often I patronize these people. It is my company, but I don't buy airtime the way many poor people patronize my company. If you want to become rich, you must discipline yourself to avoid such wasteful habits. If what you are spending money on does not have any potential of generating more money for you, you are probably wasteful. I will read this again. Let's hold the thoughts here. If you are joining us for the first time, this is Great Life with Dr. Afoma, and Great Life is a program of Healthy Race Ministry International. And Healthy Race is the ministry God gave Dr. Afoma in the year 2017 to oversee for him. In 2018, he gave us Uncle Food Challenge. We have a platform on WhatsApp, but for you to be a member of Healthy Race Ministry International, you must take part in the Uncle Food Challenge. You must go without eating anything cooked in fire by fire through fire for at least 3 days. Then we'll admit you in the group. Because if you are not disciplined, you will come to the group and be scattering the group for us. Now, in 2019, the Lord told me to start this program. And I started this program. Today is our episode 238. So it's my pleasure welcoming you. My name is Afoma Favour. I have a PhD in guidance and counseling with psychology from the University of Lagos 13 years ago. I am not a medical doctor. I don't treat diseases. I don't diagnose disease. If you're sick, you go to the hospital, see a proper medical doctor. But if you are not sick, or even if you are sick, you have seen the doctor, we can help you with lifestyle changes and dietary modifications. So we thank you for joining us. And if you are getting value from what we are discussing tonight, please can you indicate by typing a 222 on the chat. Now, have you not noticed that you may have a driver or a gardener or a dry cleaner, a washerman? You yourself, you have 2 children or 3, at most 4. Your gardener may have 7 children. Have you seen it happen? 7 children. Your driver may have 7, 8 children. Your gardener may have 10 children. Why? Because they feel that once I have these children, somebody must take care of them for me. But a reasonable somebody, as a young man, unmarried, you sit down to know the number of children you will have and can take care of them. I just came back from the village. A particular woman that brought a particular girl to live with me, though the girl had gone. She told me recently that the mother had already also given her out to go and live somewhere. I said, fine and good. Because I told that girl, it is when you leave my house and you go to another place, that's when you know that there is a difference between house help and domestic staff. They are not the same. They may look the same, but they are not the same. Because most domestic staff, they cook what they want. They even cook and give organ. But if you are house help, yeah. You may not even be eating from the same pot your organ and your madam there and children are eating from. So she told me, I asked her after the girl, she told me that the mother had given her out again. I think she lives in Onitsha with somebody now. I said, fine. You know what she told me? That the mother miscarried twins. I said, are you kidding me? So she's still having children. You know what the woman told me? What will she do now? You see, if you don't regulate the people around your life, you won't go anywhere. This woman already had, I was thinking there are 5 kids. Is that other person that told me there are 6? And they live in one room. I didn't say a house. They live in one room, just one room like this. 7 of them or 8 of them living in the same room. Now, she miscarried twins. Just imagine she did miscarry the twins and she gave back to the twins. There will be how many in the room? 10. And she will be ready, sending her children to live with people. You see poverty mentality. And she works hard. That lady works hard. But you see, the mentality is that of poverty. The other one say, what will she do now? I said she doesn't know how to go to Fatima Hospital. Go to gynecology department and tell them, please, help me. And do family planning. The husband doesn't do anything, no, as you are looking at me and listening to me. The woman will go to all markets in Anambra State, even in Enugu State, and come back. The duty of the man, he will feed the man, and the man will have energy to engage in the other room affairs. You see, because the woman she's close with, she doesn't know anything. She told me herself, because she's a widow, She said, do you think if my husband did not die, I may have up to 12 children? Do I know my right from my left? I said, at this age, you are doing mumu mumu. I said, stay there. So let's go ahead. For some, their problem is social waste. Their problem is social waste. By social waste, I mean going for parties, ceremonies, and all kinds of social events that cost a lot of money. There are some parties they will ask you to come. They will tell you their shebidia is. Do you know there was a shebi they sold 600,000? Somebody that is in this government, and people revolted. They said, where does she think people will get money? Do you know people bought? A woman did party. People entered, and she was cursing them by her gods that they did not pay for a shebi, and they entered the hall. Stay in your house. There are some ceremonies you want to go to. You know it will cost you a lot of money. Instead of you to do that, excuse me, stay away. Stay away. You see me? I was supposed to come back a week after I traveled. But my father's younger brother died, and the funeral was put on the 17th, 2 days ago. I checked the air flight of coming back, air flight of going back. I just calculated it. I said to myself, it will be cheaper that I stay back. I won't even eat the food. I won't do so many. I will just be doing my things. Things are in the village. I eat papa, I eat avocado pia. You see me, most of you, I post it as my breakfast. I eat once a day, and that's all. I will drink a whole lot of water. I have checked it, and I saw that it's not that if I struggle, I won't get the money, but it's wasteful. That money, I could use it to do certain things, which I accomplished. And I was happy in that house that small things here and there, I accomplished them before coming back. Now, poor people buy things they don't need in order to impress people that don't care. You go to their parties. In short, something happened where we went for this funeral. Somebody told me, Agu Erika. Some people, I don't know that when they come for funerals like this, they come with nylon bag. You know, this nylon, if you buy water, they put in the nylon for you. This woman they will bring soup. She will pour it into the nylon, tie, put, carry some of it, put. At a point, I revolted. I said, what is this? Let everybody, if everybody has taken food and they do that, no problem. I didn't know they came with flask. I'm not saying they say to my eyes. They brought, because they gave myself and Prof, my sister, rice. Because we have eaten, we say we don't want. They told us, 2 of them at our bags, bring the rice, bring your share. We brought to woe inside the flask. Woe inside the flask. I kept wondering, you see, how you know people that have poverty mentality is when they go to occasion. There was a woman that celebrated her 60th birthday. She's my Facebook friend. I've not seen her, but I told her I would come. So I went. I didn't come too early. I sat on a table, this round table, and I saw elegant women. If you see the earrings on their ears, some are as big as this, my small water. Do you know, by the time you say Jack Robinson, they started taking those things and putting inside the bag. By the time I looked at the table, everything has disappeared. I was in shock. You know what I told myself? How can I, Afoma, go to occasion and take something and put inside my bag, say waiting happen? Anything I can't leave there. These women, I'm not telling you, not the village people now, in Lagos here, I'm a word of him. In Lagos here, lawyer, that woman that did that thing, she's a lawyer, her friend, I don't know her profession. High caliber, you know, Mkwanda Ibu. I just sat like this. Five alive in the bag, malt in the bag, wine in the bag. Everything on that table, they cleared that table. Poverty mentality. Now, those people that did that celebration, that didn't know what they are supposed to put to cater for the people there, are they not wasteful? Because people will always lash in to grab something from you if you are not sensible enough. So when you do anything, be it funeral, be it party, calculate it very well. Calculate it very well. Don't give them room to eat you down, because people, they move from one funeral to another. Some people go to funeral, not that they are connected to the person, but because of this kind of lifestyle. Poor people buy things that they don't need in order to impress people that don't care. That is why it is important to never compare yourself with anyone. Life is not a competition. You see, life is not a competition. One thing that God did for me was the training my father gave me. Anything we have, we are contented. In short, our family, except people grew up and threw away the things we grew up with. You see me, very contented human being. I don't send anybody any message. Life is not a competition. Some people will see you with this earring. Is this earring original or fake? They may tell somebody to come and ask you. You know, competitive people. That's why they are not progressive. Don't associate with people who are not in your social class. People who pressure you to waste your resources. There are people that pressure you somebody's mic is up, please. Chime, please, can you mute your mic? Number 2, don't associate with people who are not in your social class. I don't say discriminate against people. That's not what I'm saying. You see me, when I want to do something, I look for people of like minds. I do that thing with them. Because if you go down to your level, you see what will happen. They will drag you to their level, whether you want to believe it or not. And once you don't want to come to their level, they will begin to badmouth you. This, that. There's a woman I taught a very good lesson where I do exercise. I brought her to the business I did. She wasn't serious. You know, people don't know the effort you put in a particular thing to make it work. Nothing works until you work it. People just saw that she made money. She didn't know at times I don't sleep till 2 a.m. You can't be sleeping like a baby and you want to make money like Dangote. Go and ask them how often and how do they sleep. I'm not telling you not to put sleep as one of the good healthy habits, but I'm just telling us. Number 2, don't patronize laziness. I patronize laziness on behalf of somebody, and that person took it for granted, and I stopped. Did that person die? No. So don't patronize laziness. Don't give people things that they don't ask you, they don't even value. You may give them this, tomorrow they want phone. You give them phone, tomorrow they want your head or your car. Or you may give them car, tomorrow they want to collect your house from you. I have patronized laziness and I stopped. And the person did not die. Some people say it's wickedness. It's not. When people don't have value for the money you give them, they tend to misuse it. Finally, majority of poor people have never met a billionaire who will teach them how to make, manage, and multiply money. We have MMM. You have to learn how to make money. You have to learn how to manage money, and you have to learn how to multiply money. If you don't learn these three things, you will not have plenty of money to help people. I've told us last week, please, if you have not read this book called Richest Man in Babylon, go and get that book and read. If you want to download it, download it. Now, the truth is that if you don't discipline yourself to start with small and somehow insignificant things, you will find it difficult to avoid waste when you have plenty. You see, in my house, we don't throw food in the dustbin because I have gone without eating food. There were some blocks, molded blocks, I saw in front of my house in the village. And I needed to beautify the front of my house. Put flowers there, put trees there. So I went and I asked my security man, come and bring out this. The guy that came to do it, I said, you can use this thing. Do you know that they went and got cutter? They used to cut cement and position this thing, use cement to, is it chalk? They chalk it, chook it. They did it very well. The other side, they didn't get to the other side after the gate. And we have to go and buy caps. That's when I knew what is caps. That thing that they usually use for garden, something like that. You see them painting it black and white or just to demarcate. So we use them. And do you know how much we bought? 22 pieces. That side was 3 compartments. The other one, 5 compartments. If I have not, do you know what security man said? Hey, madam, see this thing that I've been lying just carelessly there. We used it. Stop allowing waste. You see, when they came to do wardrobe for me, the space was much. I told them, the one that the wardrobe can take, put it. I told the guy, come, use it to do kitchen cabinets inside my store. Now, nothing is in my kitchen. Everything is short. So many things. They even did another wardrobe, the one that could close. The other one, they said because of the door, you can't have door. Use it. The last thing that remained, I told the man, use it and get me chair. Why not open a kitchen? I tell you, if you look around and if you made money with your sweat, you can't allow anything to waste. And you don't encourage people wasting resources around you. Learn to see waste as an enemy that must be defeated. Protect what you have. If you don't protect money you have, it will fly away. See me, anytime I do one major thing, maybe I sell one major property, I won't finish that money on spending. I must take a chunk of it and put it where that money will generate more money. I have told them 20 plus of land somewhere, it can't waste. I want to plant cassava. And my cousin that's a nurse told me, if you plant cassava in that, and cassava, I have made some investigations. Cassava stay for 6 months. The ones that you live for maybe 9 months, 1 year, it will come up. Let's say every year I cultivate cassava. She told me you can make about 10 million naira in a year by selling cassava. Many of us have land. You are not doing anything with the land. The land is wasting. Protect what you have. Finally, billionaires take drastic measures to protect their wealth from all forms of attack. They are constantly studying new market trends, looking for ways to multiply their wealth, and guarding against all forms of attackers from devouring their possession. In short, billionaires are acquainted with and play the money game well. Riches have wings. That is, they can fly away. Therefore, it is not enough to work hard to earn a fortune. You must know how to guard and protect what you have. Failure to protect the little you have opens it up to all forms of attack. Of what use will it be after toiling? Allow either internal or external forces to devour what you have because of your carefree and careless attitudes. Learn how to guard what you have with the whole of your strength, because it is worth the effort. This is where we'll end it. Next week, we are going to emotional intelligence. You see, in Great Life with Dr. Afoma, it's not about only what to eat and what not to eat or what to drink. It's about developing the whole concept of man, the totality of man, because you may be physically okay, but you are mentally, you are sick, or financially you are sick. Then you are not okay. Somebody here, she was buying fuel did she say every day she will buy 20,000 fuel? The daughter came back, saw what the mother was going through. She said, Mom, let's go and put solar. Let's go and do the inverter in your shop. This girl brought money. The woman went and assembled that thing. The first person wanted to do Imakwanda. She jettisoned that person. She told me from December 2023 to 8, she has not bought any fuel at her supermarkets. Learn how to save money. If you don't know what to do with the money, give it to the people that are poor. You know, poor will always stay, because if you go to Psalm 41, verses 1, everybody can't be rich. Don't feed yourself. Let me read Psalm 41 as I close. Psalm 41. It says, blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Lord will deliver him in time of trouble. For if you are considering the poor, the Lord will deliver him in the time of trouble. The Lord will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth. And thou shalt not deliver him unto the will of the enemies. Enemies may be pursuing you up and down, but because you are helping the poor, the Bible says God will not allow the enemies to overrun you. The Lord will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. That will make a bed in his sickness, meaning that he will get out of that sickness. But I tell you, be the people that will help. Don't be the poor. Be the one to help the poor. Don't be the poor. God bless you. If you got value from what we discussed this night, avoid waste. Waste avoidance. Please, can you indicate by typing a 555 on the chat? If you have got value and you are ready to make amends, you have seen where something is not right with what you are doing, make sure you put this into practice. God bless you. God honor you. Thank you so very much for being part of today's broadcast. My name once again is Afoma, and I'm delighted always being here. I thank God. I stayed 3 weeks plus in the village. I'm back to Lagos, and to the glory of God, God saw me through. So please, that little you have, protect it well. Stop giving people money to waste for you. Any money, see me, any money I give anybody, I know where, now, no, not before. I know where I designate it to. People can run you over, because when they finish you, they go up to the next person. God bless you. Thank you so very much. You can follow me on Afoma Lisa, or you can go to my YouTube page and look at our other videos. Thank you so very much. God bless you. God honor you. Have a fantastic week. This week, expect miracles. Not one. Miracles. I got one. Today. When I posted that, nothing. I got one. Because something happened. A boy that was supposed to do borehole for me, he didn't do it. I called him because my neighbor called me when I traveled that my pumping machine was pumping and dropping water. I asked one of us, my friend Uche, Pastor Uche, come and off it. So she put it off. I chatted the boy this morning. He said to me, man, the problem is that I don't have money to come from Mowe, and we don't have money for food. To tell you the gospel truth, I was touched. I said, send your account number. So I sent him 10,000. I said, go use it and buy food. Let your family eat. If you can come today, fine. If you can't come today, tomorrow. You know what happened? This boy came. I was sleeping. He just called me. Mommy, I'm in front of your gate. Be kind to people. Some people are not kind. That you are protecting money doesn't mean, because I know that man has more. He has a child. I even asked him today. He said there are two, which means the wife just delivered. You see that thing I'm telling you? Poor people will be consuming, be bringing children, because they are the one that sabi to do it. So when he came, I showed him, he came with something. And because in my house, I don't waste anything, any pipe. I carried the whole thing. It is from my house. He brought something, collected it, or not joint, because no something, and used it and went and fixed that thing. I tell you the truth. In my house, he just came with one small something like this, collected the other one, fix it, because that boy he understood that business very well. But I don't know the spirit disturbing him. He fixed it. You know what he did? He said, Mommy, let me wash this tank for you. 2 tanks. Just give me something like rag and bucket. He climbed up, entered the tank. If you see, because you know Lagos now, the water is not, if you see the water in the village, my water in the village, you won't drink pure water, even bottled water again. He went inside and washed it. If you see the nyama, we have water treatment too. After washing it, 2 of them, he started it, and water was coming. When he finished, he came down and started sweeping. When I asked him how much will I pay him, he said, you have given me money. But my heart, if you don't have compassion, if you don't have kindness, you won't go far. I still gave him 4,000, gave him a t-shirt, gave him a cap, and gave him 2 derrick cups of rice. In short, he prostrated. Said, Mommy, today is another 19th. I'm supposed to be paying you money, but I have failed you again. You know, be among the people that their hands are up is better. God bless you. See you next Sunday, and have a fantastic night rest and a powerful week ahead. Expect miracles. Somebody gave me $100 for something we are doing in our business. I asked her today, how much do I pay you? You know what she said? Leave that one. I told her this is miracle number 1. See what I did. What did I give this boy? 14,000. 2 cups of rice, t-shirts that I'm no more wearing. And God gave me almost times 10 of it. God will give you miracles that will shock you if you believe me. God bless you and have a fantastic night rest. Love you. Bye.